What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Monday Hangover. And on today's episode, I'm going to take a look at the 23-24 NBA season, which tips off Tuesday night. And I'm going to break down 3 futures bets that I've got locked in. So let's get right into it. The first one is Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year, minus 150. And look, I know it's chalky, and I know some people out there are making a good case for Chet Holmgren, and I get it. But what we are seeing from Wemby is special. This kid looks like he could get both Rookie and Defensive Player of the Year. I know it's only preseason, but this guy's been doing it on both sides of the floor. The scoring, we've seen the blocked shots, we've seen defending the post, we've seen defending the perimeter. This guy is just a freak, and we could be in store for a generational talent, with Rookie of the Year being the first of many, many awards. Okay, number 2, and look, I know I'm high on the Thunder. I really like the makeup of this team, and a bigger Josh Giddey fan you may not find. And with hopefully a healthy Chet Holmgren in the mix, this season, I'm taking over 46.5 wins at plus 140. Books have mostly 43.5 or 44.5, but I'm all in. I'm tempting fate and taking that 46.5. The mix here is great. Shea, Giddey, Dort, Jalen Williams. They've got Case and Wallace in the mix now too. Super fun team, so I'll ride with them all season long. Third and final one for me here is the Boston Celtics to win the Eastern Conference at plus 175. I know the Bucks getting Dame was all the buzz in the lead up to the regular season, but I like what the Celtics have done, particularly with getting Drew Holiday. That gives them 3 of what? Top 30 players in the entire league, and I can see him fitting in perfectly with Brown and Tatum. Plus, they moved for Kristaps, so seeing how he can fit into the mix there at Boston will be interesting as well. There are, of course, questions about the depth, but in terms of that core, very, very, very good. And before I go, just a quick recap of what we saw as bettors last season. So the Sixers were the best spread bet at 48-34. Spurs were the best over bet at 48-33-1, while the Hornets were the best bet for under bettors at 34-47-1 over under. Couple refs stood out from the rest for home teams covering the spread. Brian Forte and Scott Foster. Home teams covered in 44 of their ref assignments last season, and the road team covered in 42 of Courtney Kirkland's games, which was the most for road teams last season. You can get that sort of referee data on our referee betting logs page over at oddshark.com, as well as ATS standings, our power rankings page as well, our matchup pages, which has the latest lines, player prop projections, head-to-head team comparisons, and much more for every game. So make sure you always visit oddshark.com to get the best insight and information before you make your NBA bets. Monday Night Football pits the Niners at the Vikings, and my Niners got to bounce back tonight, man. 7-point faves on the road at Minnesota. That feels like a large number on the road here, but the Vikes are 0-3 against the spread in home games so far, so we've got that going for us. Big game, though, for the Niners after the loss last week. That is it for me. Thank you so much for watching the Monday Hangover. Let's have a great NBA season. Tips off tomorrow night with a couple of games Tuesday night, so good luck with your bets. We'll be with you all the way through the NBA.